Go and grab your Bewear merchandise today. There are t-shirts, sweatshirts, phone cases, and more, all with the link down in the description below. You do not want to miss out. What's up, guys? It's Carson back on Toxic Gaming today with our Week 4 battle of the PPL, the Pokemon Premier League, going up against our good buddy Shroom and the Parasect Germain and such. And if you want to know the details around our team, I'll go through a little quick preview before the battle. But if you want to know the details of why we have what we have, go watch the team builder. It went up yesterday. Trust me, I know it went up. But you can pause right here and go watch that. And now that hopefully most of you are back and stuff from that, we can get into the battle. And basically we have here, quick recap, Decidueye, Scarf Decidueye going in, which I decided to lead with in this battle. Scarf Dougie, good old Doug Trio, Eviolite Stuffle, good old Darkinium Z Throat Chop Sneasel, pretty standard D-Dance Charizard X, and then Banded Scizor. And we see on his team that he brought Necrozma, Mawile, Zangoose, Dragonair, Zapdos, and Mamoswine, not Terrakion, which I was very excited for because Terrakion to me kind of did a little bit of a dicking once Scizor was out of the way. Terrakion just kind of destroyed some things. But I was interested to see both Mawile and Dragonair. I wasn't expecting either one of them. In the mocks and stuff that I had, basically Vaporeon and Terrakion replaced those two. But without any further ado and stuff like that, we'll get right on into the battle. Okay, guys, we got the battle here going with us versus Shroom, challenged by him and such. And as you saw from the beginning, we are leading with our Akimai via our Scarf Decidueye. Trying to counter lead Necrozma and stuff like that, or Mamoswine, and he actually goes with his own Necrozma to lead. And now here, I made a prediction, bold turn 1, and I expected him to either click rocks or switch out, so I go for my U-turn to try to get into Scizor, get some good initiative going, some real pressure against his team. And he told me he was really close to clicking rocks, but he clicked Hidden Power Fire instead. So, turn 1, Scizor's fucking down, and now the main thing we had to take on Necrozma was dead, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, he told me he was really close to clicking rocks there, but he decided last second to go with Hidden Power Fire, so now I go back into the Decidueye. Now I'm guessing he's going to switch out again, so as he does this time, he goes into his Dragonair, and I didn't really know what Dragonair wanted to do, so when I U-turn here, I kind of thought maybe more of a Scarf physical Dragonair with Outrage and things like that, maybe bulky Dragon Tail Dragonair, so I decided to go into Stuffle here, Stuffle making his debut, because we could take any physical move this Dragonair wanted to do, and it's actually special. So fucking 3 turns in and we don't really know what the hell we're doing, it seems like, and I go from the frustration. I forgot that the happiness reset on the trade, so it wasn't as low as it could be, but you know, I decided to go with the Baby Doll Eyes first just to get some lower stat in case he was a mixed Dragonair or something. He just goes right for the Dragon Pulse kill. Just in case he was mixed or something with like Earthquake or Outrage. I don't know if it gets Earthquake or not. But just to help whatever I bring in here next, which is Ric Flair or Sneasel. Now I'm just wanting to scare this thing off as hard as possible. I almost clicked Swords Dance, but I knew the Mawile was probably coming in, and I wanted to get it. I felt like I needed damage on it, and if I really did another over prediction and went for Swords Dance or switched out, and then Dragonair got a kill on, say, Zardex, it wouldn't have been good. So I just went right for the Icicle Crash, went for the safe play, killing the thing in front of me at this point. And now I know I have to switch out. I'm intimidated. This thing can Iron Head or Play Rough me and just destroy me. I go into Doug Trio, the thing to try to trap this Mawile in here. He goes for the Toxic. I'm okay with Doug Trio being Toxic in the sense that I'm not really wanting him to stay around a whole long time, like a whole lot in the field. Like, it's not I'm wanting him to stay on the field for a whole long time. It's just come in, kill, to come out. He actually is still able to switch out because he was Shed Shell Mawile, which I kind of forgot about. And I almost clicked Stone Edge just thinking he might be, but I decided to click Earthquake again, fight the thing in front of me at this point. And he goes into the Zapdos, and this Zapdos, fuck this thing. So I decided to switch out right now, going into Decidueye. I know I'm Scarfed, I know I can outspeed and hit him with at least one good Shadow Ball. and such, and he actually goes right for the agility, which was very unfortunate on our part for us. And he's now faster than everything, including our Sneasel, and he goes right for the Heat Wave. He misses, and we get a good Shadow Ball off. So really the one biggest part of the hacks in the game is that he missed Shadow Ball, I believe. And we get the Spin Death Drop, and I kind of figured right here he might switch out. So just try to keep this thing alive and you can agility again later. So I went into Charizard X, or Charizard before, Charizard X. And I knew I could take the Heat Wave if he did click it, which I didn't feel he would quick T-Bolt on the switch. So we take the Heat Wave very nicely. And now I decided to just simply Mega Evolve and D-Dance. Like, if I can get to +1, I can kill this thing out. Or Mega Evolve and Flare Blitz, because I needed to kill this thing because it was at +2. Getting to +1s didn't matter. I could kill with Flare Blitz. And he's a goddamn Z-move! Fucking Z-moves are balanced. But he actually quicks his Z-move. This is one of his Z-users and everything. I just wasn't expecting a Z-move type Zapdos, and it's the Rock Z-move. It's Z Ancient Power. I found out afterwards, because during the battle I completely forgot this thing got Ancient Power or any type of rock move to hit me with, but that's a good old dead Charizard because of Z Ancient Power. So this thing is now all of a sudden high and mighty on the threats list. I bring in the Decidueye because I know I can still take one Heat Wave and hit him with the Shadow Ball and get him low, and that's really what I need to do. And if he missed the second Heat Wave, it would have been very nice, but it's the game, we gotta play it. He decides to go for the Heat Wave. I go for my Shadow Ball. We land it. We both land, and I almost kill him. It was so nice to almost be able to kill it. But he now decides to switch out into his Zangoose. And at this point, I was like, I can't just... even if I let the Zangoose in for free, I had to just keep clicking Shadow Ball and still kill things in front of me. It was that really what I was expecting. And I expected a knockoff from the Zangoose. And I go for the Shadow Ball again. I'm just stacking off the Decidueye at this point. And he goes for Fire Punch. I was a little interested by that. That was kind of cool. But then he does also crit me with the Fire Punch. I don't feel matter because it's Zangoose, Toxic Boost, boosting his attack, and I only had 20 in HP. So, crit, that one didn't matter, I believe, in the least. So I go into Dugtrio now, knowing I could take any hit, and I am faster than him as well, and he actually decides to Quick Attack. And Earthquake would have killed, or should have killed, hopefully at this range anyway. But it was basically, I either got a really high roll Earthquake, or I needed Earthquake and then follow up with Sneasel to be able to actually kill this thing with an Ice Shard. So sadly, Dugtrio does go down without killing anything, and it seems to be the fucking, the trend for us these days. But now I go into Sneasel, and here I'm expecting Shroom to kind of switch out. Like, he might preserve the 6-0. He kind of needs it being down 0-3 in this season so far. So he goes into the Mawile again. Mawile hard checks Sneasel, and if you watch the battle between him and Liam, hard checks Weavile as well. But I here decided to click my Z Throat Chop simply because I have it. Why not click it? Say he went into Mamoswine, or went into Zapdos, or went into Necrozma, or went into Dragonair. Basically, if he went into anything else but this Mawile, we could do some really heavy damage on it. And Black Hole Eclipse looks kind of cool. And I kind of wanted it for the thumbnail. So, in all honesty, that's kind of why I wanted to click it. It didn't do anything to this. And I'm sitting here now, I'm just going to go for really Icicle Crash flinches. That's the only way I'm going to be able to really deal with this Mawile. I probably could have started setting up Swords Dances now and dealt with it a lot better. But we do get one flinch, so that's really nice. And I went, right now, again, I was just thinking of Icicle Crash flinches. We miss. He gets a Toxic off. And now I'm thinking, okay, he would have clicked Iron Head at this point if he had it. Like, he would have simply ended it here. Shroom's not the type of dude who would do Toxic Stall if he had another way around winning. So now I decide to go right for the Swords Dance. I'm going to see how high I can get and see if I can maybe kill at least one thing before dying to Toxic damage. He is going for Stockpile. And it was at this moment when I realized, yeah, this is not coming out probably anything better than a 6-0 unless I get a crit. So I believe now I was only at +1. I need to be at +3 or higher to be able to crit this Mawile and kill it. So I go for the Swords Dance a second time, and he goes for Charge Beam and misses. I think I looked away at this point. I didn't even see what move he went for with Charge Beam, so I didn't even know he was going for that. And so now I went for the Icicle Crash. If I would have flinched here, it would have been great, but it's really haphazard at this point. There's no way that Weavile's taking on, or that Sneasel's taking on 6 Pokemon at this point. So now he actually does hit the Charge Beam, and he told me later this Mawile was basically to Baton Pass into either Zapdos, Necrozma, or Dragonair with Stockpile and then Special Attack Boost from Charge Beam. But now he decides to pull the switch into his Mamoswine, preserving the 6-0 because he told me later this was Focus Sash Mamoswine. And so even if I got a crit, it wasn't dying. So he preserved the 6-0 for his own favor, or in favor of his season, which hasn't been the best for him so far. I don't feel any bad feelings for Shroom for preserving it. 2 Mons died to toxic damage right there, so Mawile got 2 kills without needing anything. But really, even though it's, a 6-0 and stuff like that, which I'm not happy with the way I played personally, especially that first turn, I should have just quick damage on Necrozma with Shadow Ball, taking the Hidden Power Fire, and then, knowing it's Hidden Power Fire off of that. But I'm more not happy with the way I played than blaming Shroom with anything. I would never blame Shroom for this. Like, I know he and I are the type of friends and dudes that wouldn't do something like the Toxic Stall like that unless we absolutely kind of had to. And I feel like once he quick Toxic instead of quicking Iron Head, it was like, okay, this is how the battle has to end. And I understand him going for the 6-0 rather than just letting me kill something to guarantee it, to guarantee the win, things like that. Because he kind of, honestly, he kind of needs it. Being 0-3, he needs that 6-0 win to really boost himself back up in the standings, even though it hurts us a lot. But I understand it. It's way to win. Like, it's a thing like that. I never get too mad about stuff like this because it's the way you got to win in this type of league format and things like that. But again, not the best showing for us. Getting 1 predicted turn 1 and 2 Z Ancient Power was not very fun, but we have to go with what we got. We have more weeks. We're only in week 4. I believe there's like 12 weeks, I think, like something like that, or we're somewhere around there. Even if we end in the middle of the pack, I'm fine with that. We're going to do our best from here on out, no matter what. So again, good game to Shroom and everything. I see your strategy now. You brought the Dragonair. That was really cool. It was cool to see Stuffle versus Dragonair. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, even though the battle didn't go in our favor. And I hope you guys come out to the next week's battle and all the other videos on the channel and stuff as well. Go see Shroom's side of the battle so you can see him kind of giggle about Dragonair doing things and Mawile getting 2 kills. His links will all be down below. Links to the PPL Discord fan server and everything are down below as well. You can go and be a fan of the Chicago Bewears and give us the support that we need for now. Also, all the links to the other coaches so you can see all the battles from this week. And if you are in the PPL Discord, you will be able to get almost up to the minute access to when battles go live, when team builders go live, when power rankings or anything else goes live. You'll be able to get up to the minute when they're ready to go if you're in that Discord server. So anyway, thank you guys for coming out, like and subscribe and all that stuff as well. I'm Carson, this is Toxic Gaming, and as always, you guys stay toxic. We'll see you guys.